dear students, how are you all? Hope you all are doing well. Okay, did you remember what we learned in the last period? Yes, in the last period we learned about the different types of the asexual reproduction. Before starting the new point, we just shortly recapitulate the previous point. Okay, so first we learn about the reproduction. Reproduction means to reproduce another living things like themselves of the same species. It is called as a reproduction. And we also learned that we studied that during this reproduction process, some variations had occurred into the next generation. And sometimes these variations are also important for the survival of the species on the earth. Okay. Then we learn about the different types of the reproduction. First we learned about this asexual reproduction in the living organism. Now asexual reproduction means what? Only one parent is involved. Asexual reproduction means there is no use of the sex cell. Sex cells means what? It's a different in the male and it's a different in the female. In the male it is a male gamete, in the female it is a female gamete. Means there is no need of the fusion of the male gametes and the female gametes. So therefore it is called as the asexual reproduction. And we also studied the different types of the asexual reproduction. Means which are the types of the asexual reproduction? So first we learn about the fission. Fission also are of two types. One is the binary fission and the multiple fission. Then the second one is the fragmentation, regeneration, budding, then sporulation, and the last one is a vegetative propagation. Means these are the different types of the asexual reproduction. We already learned this all the point in our previous lecture. So today we will learn about the sexual reproduction. Now what is it by the sexual reproduction? So always remember that it is also the process of the reproduction. But in this process, both parents means what? Male parents and the female parents. Both parents are involved. Both parents are involved in the sexual reproduction. Means there is a fusion are occur. Means male gametes and the female gamete fuse together. It forms the zygote. And afterward these fertilizations are occurred. It forms the zygote. And slowly that zygote developed into embryo in the fetus. Means in this way it produces another living thing like themselves. This process is called as a sexual reproduction. Okay, so today we will learn about the sexual reproduction. Understand? So our first point is sexual reproduction in the plant. We know that plant is also the living thing like the organism, like the animals. Plant is also reproduced. How the plant is reproduced? In our previous lecture we learned that some plants are reproduced by their vegetative part, by the root, stem and the leaves. But some plant means those are the angiosperm. Now angiosperm means what? The plants which bear the seeds. Obviously the plants which bear the seeds means it bears the flower. Means the flowering plants are also called as an angiosperm. Okay. So first we'll learn about the sexual reproduction in the flowering plant. How the reproductions are occurring to the plants. Okay. Okay, so sexual reproduction in the flowering plant. So see here, this diagram is represent the parts of the flower. Generally we know that the parts of the plants. Which are the parts of the plant? Root, stem, leaves, flower, buds. These are the parts of the plant. See here, now we will discuss about the parts of the flower. Now which are the parts of the flower? We will learn one by one. So see in this figure, at the base of the flower, we can see some bulging part, greenish, some bulging swollen parts. It is the base of the flower. That this base of the flower, it is called as the receptacles. Okay, and all the other parts of the flower is attached to that receptacle. Understand? The base of the flower, it is called as a receptacle. It is bulging. It is a swollen parts. Okay. Now the second one is sepal. Above that receptacle, we see the green small leaf-like structure. We see see the green leaf-like structure. So it is called as a sepal. Okay. What is the function of this sepal? This sepal protects the flower. This sepal protects the flower when it is in its initial steps. Have you seen the bird? When the flower, it is in its initial stage, when it is a bird, then it is totally covered by the green appearance, green color, it is a sepal. So that sepal is a singular word. So collectively all the sepals are called as a calyx. In the flower, some flower, it is a 6 sepals are present. So that all the sepals collectively are called as a calyx. Understand? And what is the function of the calyx? Calyx protect the flower in its initial stage when it is the bud. The calyx protect it. Then the next part is the petals. See, petals means we see the colorful parts of the flower. Different colored means white, pink, red. For example, rose plant. There are the different colors of the rose plants are available in our surrounding. So it is called as the petals. That colorful parts of the flower, it is called as the petals. And collectively that all the petals is called as a corolla. You know, petal is a singular word. And when we collect all the petals together, it is called as a corolla. Understand? Now what is the function of this corolla? That corolla are the colorful and sometimes it is scented. Means it attracts the insect toward it. It attracts the insect towards the flower. For what? For the pollination process. Understand? Then the next part is the stamen. See here? Next part is the stamen. So see, this stamen means inside this petal one ring-like structure is there inside the petals. Okay, some stalk-like structure we see, stalk-like structure, and having the swollen top, it is a stamen. Okay, now what is the function of this stamen? This stamen is the male parts of the flower. Understand? We know that flower is the sexual parts of the plant. Flower is the sexual parts of the plant. It contains the male gametes and the female gametes also. So which is the male gametes in the flower? See here the stamen. Stamen is the male parts of the flower. It's the male reproductive parts of the flower. And these stamens are made up of the two parts. See here, see in that picture. This stamen is made up of the two parts. That stalk-like structure. The stalk-like structure, strand-like structure, it is called as a filament, and the swollen top end, it is called as the anther. See in that image, it is called as the anther. Now, what is the function of this anther? That anther contains the pollen grain, and that pollen grain makes the male gametes. Understand? Male gamete is important for the sexual reproduction. Male gamete fused to the female gamete. Understand? So see here, this anther produces the pollen grain and that pollen grain makes the male gamete. Understand? Sometimes when we touch the flower, some yellowish dust like powders stick to our hand. So that is a pollen grain. Understand? It is a male gamete. It is a male gamete. It is a male sex cell. Understand? It is a male reproductive part. Which is a male reproductive part? Stamen. Stamen is a male reproductive part. Again reminded, this stamen is made up of the two parts. One is the anther and a strand-like structure. It is called as a filament. Now the next parts of the flower, which is the carpel. Carpel is also called as a pistil. It is also called as a pistil also. So this carpel is the female reproductive parts of the flower. You always remember this word, may be asked for the 1 marks question, 2 marks question. Sometimes the brief questions are also asked on this topic. Okay. So this carpel is the female reproductive parts of the flower. So this carpel is made up of the 3 parts: stigma, style and the ovary. So see in the image, this carpel is made up of the 3 parts: stigma, style and the ovary. This stigma, it is the top end of the carpel. Okay, it is a sticky. Means when the pollen grain fall on that the stigma, it sticks there. Okay. Then style. Style is a one tube-like structure which join the stigma to the ovary. It is a tube-like structure which join the stigma to the ovary. And the last, the bulging part at the base of this style, one bulging part, swollen part is present. It is called as a ovary. And inside that ovary, ovules are present. Ovules are present inside the ovary. And in that ovules, ova. Otherwise, it is called as an egg also. Means ova or egg is a female gametes which produce inside the ovule. Understand? So, which are the male gamete? It's a pollen grain. And which are the female gametes? Ova. Also called as a ovule. Understand? So, in the flower, you just remember, in the flower, reproductive parts of the plants are present. Which is the male reproductive parts of the flower? Anther. Okay. Anther is the male reproductive parts of the flower, and the carpel, also called as a pistil, it is the female reproductive parts of the flower. Stamen, again remember, flower is the reproductive parts of the plant. In that flower, male part is different and the female part is different. So stamen is a male reproductive part and the pistil is a female reproductive part. It is also called as a carpel. The stamen made up of the two parts, anther and the filament. Carpel is made up of the three different parts, stigma, style and the ovary. Understand? And these anther produce the pollen grain and the ovule produce the ova. And these pollen grain fuse to the ova, then fertilizations are occurred, it produces the zygote, then the zygote develop and produce the seed inside the ovary. Means in this way, the germinations of the seeds are occurred. Understand? Means these are all are the parts of the flower. Now, how the seeds are produced? What happened after the fusion? Means after the fusion of the male and the female gametes, it fertilized, zygotes are formed. Zygotes are formed and it converted into the seed. Okay, means these processes are also the two types. One is a pollination, then after one is a fertilization. We will learn one by one. Now we learn what we studied. We studied the parts of the flower. Now how the reproductions are occur into the flower, we will continue this. Okay, now see here. We know that the seed of the plant is formed when the male gametes and the female gamete fuse together. Means when the fusions are occur, then the fertilizations are occurred, then the zygote is formed. Means this formation of the seeds happens into two stages. So one is a pollination and the second one is a fertilization. So first we learn about the pollination. What is meant by the pollination? Pollination means the transfer of pollen grain. Now pollen grain where it presents? Already we studied that the pollen grain is a produce the male gametes. The pollen grain is presents into the anther. Okay, see the anther is a swollen top of the stamen. So pollen grain presents into this anther. Okay, so the transfer of pollen grain from anther to the stigma. Stigma, it is a parts, female reproductive parts of the pistil. Okay, so transfer of pollen grain from anther to the stigma, it is called as a pollination. Understand? And these pollinations are occurred by the two ways. There are the two ways. One is a self-pollination and the second one is a cross-pollination. So self-pollination means what? It occurs into the same flower. It occurs into the same flower. Means when this pollen grain is transferred from anther to the stigma of the same flower, it is called as a self-pollination. And the cross-pollination means what? When this pollen grain transferred from anther to the stigma of the another flower of the same kind. Okay, it is called as a cross-pollination. Understand? Self-pollination and the cross-pollination. one sexual part, either male parts, otherwise the female part. Means the flower which contain either the stamen or the pistil. It is called as a unisexual flower. Now, which are the unisexual flower? So, papaya, watermelon. The flower of this plant is a unisexual flower. Means that flower contains only the single reproductive part, either male parts or the female parts. And the bisexual flower means what? The flower which contain the both reproductive part. Means the flower which contain male parts also and the female parts also. Which is the male part? Stamen. Stamen is a male reproductive part. Carpel or pistil is a female reproductive part. So the flower which contain the both part, it is called as a bisexual flower. For example, the hibiscus. Hibiscus is a bisexual flower. It contains the both parts. Sometimes when you observe the hibiscus flower at your home, you see the one rod-like structure inside that flower. You also see some yellowish dust that appears on the top of that stalk-like structure. It is a pollen grain. Observe that corolla also, the sepals also. Understand? You observe that plants at your home. Okay, means first we learn about the first step is the pollination, transfer of the pollen grain from anther to the stigma. It is called as a pollination. Understand? Now the second step is the fertilization. Okay, now before that, what happened? What happened when the pollen grain transfer from anther to the stigma? When the pollen grain settle at the stigma. When the pollen grain stick at the top of the stigma, that time this pollen grain grows one tube and it goes through the style. It goes through the style. Style is a one tube-like structure. It is a female reproductive part. Stigma, style, ovary. Okay. So this style is a female reproductive part. When the pollen grain fall on the stigma, that time it develops the pollen tube, and this pollen tube goes through the style and goes into the ovary. Ovary, it is present at the base. It is a bulging swollen parts, and inside that ovary, ovules are present. Okay, see in this picture. Inside the ovary, ovules are present. When the pollen grain develops the pollen tube, this pollen tube goes into the ovary, and through this pollen tube, pollen grains enters into the ovary, goes into the ovum, and we know that inside the ovum, ova is present. Ova is a female gamete. Okay, so when the pollen grains enters into that ovum, ova is present there. So this pollen grain fused to the ovum. The unions had occurred into the male gametes and the female gametes. So this fusion of the male gametes and the female gametes is called as a fertilization. Understand? So what is meant by the fertilization? After the pollination, the second step is the fertilization. Now what happened in the fertilization? What is meant by the fertilization? So we know that in the pollination, the pollen grains enters into the ovary. Now how it enters into the ovary? So see here, when the pollen grain stick at the stigma of the ovary, then through that on that stigma it develop a pollen tube. Means that pollen grain, when the pollen grain settle at the stigma, it develop the pollen tube, and this pollen tube goes into the ovary. See here, this pollen tube goes into the ovary, and through this pollen tube, pollen grains enters into the ovary. Then afterward, what happens? When the pollen grain enters into the ovary, already ovum means ova are present there. Ova are present into the ovules. Okay. So when the pollen grains enters into the ovules, it fuses the female gamete. It fuses the ova, and this process is called as the fertilization. Means the fusion of the male gametes and the female gamete. The fusion of the pollen grains and the ova, it is called as the fertilization. And after the fertilization, zygote is formed. The zygote is a single celled, okay, zygote is formed. Then afterward, this zygote is multiplied several times. It divides several times. It forms the embryo inside that ovule. It forms the embryo. Then afterwards, the ovule form the tough covering around it. Ovule form the tough covering around it, and inside in it the ova are present. Fertilized ova are present inside it. It forms the embryo. Then slowly it develops. Means slowly this ovary get ripe and it converted into the flower. Sorry, it converted into the fruit. Okay. Means what is in by the fruit? Fruit is a ripened ovary. It's a matured ovary. It is called as a fruit. And inside the fruits, seeds are present. Understand? Means in this way the seeds are produced inside the ovary, inside the fruits. And when we sow the seeds into the another region, it germinates the new plants there. Means in this way we reproduce the another plants by this seed. Means it is called as reproduction into the plants. Sexual reproduction into the plants. Understand? Do you understand all the topic? What we learned today? We learn about the sexual reproduction into the flowering plant. Again shortly we will revise this lesson topic. Okay. So firstly, the flower contains the male reproductive part and the female reproductive parts. Stamen is a male reproductive part. Stamen is made up of the two parts. One is the anther and the second is the filament. Anther contains the pollen grain. Okay, anther contains the pollen grain. Carpel means the pistil. It is a female reproductive part. It is made up by the three parts: stigma, style, and the ovary. Understand? Then how the fertilizations had occurred? What is it by the pollination? Means how the reproductions had occurred? When the pollen grain transfer from anther to the stigma of the flower, it is called as a pollination. Pollinations are also occurred by the two ways. One is a self-pollination and the cross-pollination. In the self-pollination, the pollen grain transfer from anther to the stigma of the same flower. And in the cross-pollination, the pollen grain of a flower transfer from anther to the stigma of the another flower of the same kind. It is called as a cross-pollination. Understand? Then after the pollination, fertilization process had occurred. In the fertilization, male gamete means pollen grain fuse into the ova. Then it forms the zygote. Zygote develops into the embryo. Understand? Means in this way the seeds are germinate inside the ovary. Means the mature ovary, ripened ovary, it is called as a fruit. Means in this way the pollination and fertilization occur into the flowering plant. In this way the new plant is reproduced sexually by the flower. Understand? If you having any difficulty, you ask me, otherwise write in the comment box.